Everybody, this is Serhat Akış from Turkey. I will present a study. This study was the most talked about original research article in abdominal radiology last year, and it was also stated at RSNA 2024, and I wanted to highlight its clinical impact. This is from Li et al. From China. The purpose of this study is to assess the diagnostic accuracy of CT signs to predict bowel necrosis in patients with closed-loop small bowel obstruction. This is a retrospective single-center study including 145 patients with CLSBO, and necrosis was determined based on surgery and pathological examination. Authors of this article made an objective measurement. So I will show you a couple of examples. You see there is a small bowel obstruction of this patient, and here there is a transition zone. And you see there is a transition zone here, and the authors made two measurements here. One is in closed loop obstruction site, and the other is proximal of that. So they assume that in closed loop area the attenuation will be higher, and you see it's higher, so this indicates necrosis. And in another example with closed loop obstruction, you see there is a transition zone, and you see there are two measurement sites. One is in proximal site, one is in closed loop area, and attenuation is higher in closed loop area, and this shows necrosis. They also check for other CT signs such as intestinal wall attenuation, and they also measure attenuation in both in closed loop area and proximal small bowel area. So they made statistical analysis, and as you see, area under the curve of intestinal content attenuation is slightly higher than intestinal wall enhancement. And they also check for all CT signs for bowel necrosis, and as you see, area under the curve is the most in increased attenuation of intestinal contents, and key value is 0.84. And conclusion, increased attenuation of intestinal contents is a highly specific CT sign with good reproducibility to predict bowel necrosis in closed loop small bowel obstruction. Thank you.